Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. I love how Democrats are defending the feeble performance from Biden in France. Incredible. Incredible. MSNBC contributor Steve Schmidt joined other Democrats trying to defend his appearance in Normandy last week. On social media, Schmidt touted the president's onstage remarks as powerful and historic.
Are those the ones that he ripped off verbatim from Ronald Reagan? Is that what we're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Copied.
Exactly. Joe Biden's D-Day speech was his finest moment as president of the United States on a public stage. He didn't look old or tired.
What?
Really? Other Biden supporters touted the president. Let's see. Tennessee included Tennessee Democrat Chris Jackson. Called Biden's visit a successful week of diplomatic engagements. United States is in great hands with President Biden and Dr. Biden representing us on the world stage.
Wow.
White House Deputy Communications Director Herbie Ziskind called Biden's D-Day speech strong and forceful. American leadership on the world stage. Yeah. I'll never forget when he said,
She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that?
She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured.
Strong and powerful.
Yeah. He did us proud. He and Dr. Biden were just filling Americans with pride. Then he said,
these black soldiers were a link in a distinguished line of patriots, enslaved and free, who risked their lives in every war since the founding. Since the founding of our ideals, we don't know fully what American soil is.
We don't know fully what American soil is. We have scientists working on it right now to figure out what soil is in America. What is that? Is it dirt or is it something else? We're working on it.
We just don't know.
We don't know.
They're old ghosts in new garments trying to take us back.
Yeah, right.
There are. Taking away your freedoms, making it harder for black people to vote.
Really?
Or have your vote counted. Closing doors of opportunity.
Right.
Attacking the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Terrible.
You can believe it, banning books about black
Can you
experiences.
They're
Trying to erase and rewrite history.
about the black experience.
You can't even say it.
Love it. About the black experience. Okay, nicely done. Nicely done.
Strong.
Very
and
strong. Powerful. Yeah, did us proud. On the other hand, there's this from the editorial board at the New York Post.
Uh-oh.
It's getting harder and harder for national Dems and their running dogs in the media to pretend geriatric Joe isn't losing it. Witness President Biden's freeze-up at a Juneteenth musical performance Monday. He stared blankly, showed you that yesterday, at modern gospel legend Kirk Franklin for nearly a minute, remaining weirdly motionless.
I mean, it was really weird.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
while everybody around him were moving.
Not even a toe tap.
No.
Nothing.
Right. He also majorly slurred his speech at one point, letting loose a string of gibberish. I think that's what we just played, right?
Yes. Yes.
This was the string of gibberish.
She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured.
All right, Grandpa.
Words for the ages. Really. That's what the New York Post writes. This comes on the heels of his D-Day embarrassments, where he appeared on video emerging from a vehicle with a look of stuporous confusion on his face, muffed his sitting down stage directions in front of millions, and beat a hasty early exit while his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron, stayed behind to greet vets.
That was extra
enraging.
embarrassing.
That was
sure
enraging.
All of it would amount to no more than minor picadillos coming from some foggy, fabulizing grandpa in a rocking chair on a sunny front porch. Back in my day. But the man not so slowly going senile in public is the President of the United States.
Yes. I mean, we've said it
Yeah, a million times.
Forever, yeah.
You know, head of the world's richest and most powerful state, commander-in-chief of its military, and he's losing it as America faces terrible problems at home and abroad, most caused and or exacerbated by Biden's terrible policies. It's a good article.
Yep.
The public can see what's right in front of them. That's why poll after poll shows voters, including Democrats, deeply concerned about Biden's mental and physical fitness for the very difficult job he's asking to be entrusted with again, as he advances more deeply into his twilight years. Is he even going to make it to Election Day? There's no way of denying it any longer. Biden's past it. And another term with him in charge would be even more disastrous than his first.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
So right. Mm-hmm. And these are things, we point out every day.
Yes.
But that was nicely put, I thought, by the New York Post.
Absolutely. And he's off now to, right, he's going to the G7.
Yeah, Italy.
Embarrass us some more.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Oof.
I was thinking, who is his schedule maker? He's in France. He flies back to D.C., does some stuff. We've got clips today. Now he's going right back to Italy.
I know, because I thought for sure he was going to take, the 5-day weekend, spend Father's Day with Hunter before he goes off to jail, and that would be it, right? Nope. He had to stop, go back to Delaware, give Hunter a hug.
Yeah.
And now he's gone again. They're driving him pretty hard. He's going to fall soon. I mean, and I don't mean literally, but maybe even literally.
He might. I mean, he's not capable of this. We know that. We see it every day. And by the way, yesterday, Hunter was found guilty on all 3 federal gun charges. So
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Guilty!
No, it's only 3. Just saying.
White House press briefing was canceled yesterday?
Yeah.
She hasn't done one in a couple of weeks now, right?
I mean, so the news breaks. And by the way, what kind of sentence do you think Hunter is actually going to get? Probably home confinement?
Probably something like that, yeah.
Doesn't really amount to
No,
much.
I think he'll get 25 years. I think he'll get the full, harshest penalty involved here. 25 stinking years.
I mean, this is fine.
Hard
right?
time.
Yeah.
But can we maybe move on some of the bigger players in this family? Like, I don't know, his dad?
Yeah, his dad. Yeah.
I just hope that this isn't enough for people to be satisfied on the right, to be like, okay, good, we got some justice there. Okay, this is small stuff. Let's see what happens with Hunter's tax evasion trial coming up in September. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, so the White House canceled their briefing yesterday. KJP, I guess, didn't want to answer questions about
White House.
this.
Kayla will let you get to that press briefing that was obviously delayed by the president's remarks. It actually just got canceled.
Yeah, we just learned that.
Whoops.
Briefing canceled after the president's son was
Now we
convicted.
don't know what to do.
Well, we're going to take a quick...
Ad-lib, a tease.
Well, we're going to take a quick break then. Okay.
Actually, they ended up talking to Kate Banfield, who was making all kinds of excuses for why they would cancel the press briefing, which was embarrassing in and of itself. More embarrassing than that clip. But I don't think she's had a press briefing in a couple of weeks now.
Oh, really?
I think
She
she's
had something last week. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like she's been off. We've heard stuff from Air Force One when they were traveling. But I don't know that she's had an actual, press briefing, which,
They're so thorough. They're so
I know.
thorough. We get so much new information.
We get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
I got nothing on that. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
nothing on that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing on that.
Carried in
I don't
the
have a
great big
readout.
book of everything.
I
You
just don't have
nothing?
anything on it. I just don't have anything on
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
How many times a day can you hear that?
I'm going to refer you to the Department of Justice. I'm going to refer you to Hunter Biden's
That's an ongoing
attorneys.
investigation.
Yeah.
I've got nothing on that.
Oh, that would be too political. It's a campaign season. I can't really talk about that.
Yep,
Anyone could do that job.
you bet. And anyone does.
thank you. Thank you.
MSNBC spun the Hunter Biden guilty verdicts. this way.
It's not a surprise, and yet there is something unbelievably tragic about the entirety trajectory of this case. Let's talk about the facts first. Not only is Hunter Biden someone who has very publicly struggled with addiction, but the way in which these charges came about was through the finding of the gun. 11 days after he purchased it, the gun was tossed by his then girlfriend and his sister-in-law, Hallie Biden, the widow of Beau Biden, in a trash can outside an upscale grocer in Wilmington. When Hunter Biden realized that that's where his gun had gone, he immediately took steps for it to be retrieved that ultimately led to the charges at issue here.
So he's a good look. He was concerned, and he's like, "Hey, I got to make things right."
It wasn't his fault.
Oh, he's just a wonderful person. Don't worry about the fact that he lied on the form to get the gun. Don't worry about that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
He'd been better off just getting the gun illegally like everyone else.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can get him off any counter. Joe has told us that multiple times. You can just people pick them up off counters all the time and just go kill mass amounts of people. They're all over counters. He should have just looked on a counter and picked one up, gone out and started shooting people. And MSNBC had more.
I'm less interested in the particulars of the case. This is a gun charge. The proof was overwhelming.
Okay.
I agree with your other panelists that it is rarely charged. In my experience, over 21 years at the department,
Pause it for a second.
Never saw it.
Remember when they said this all during the Trump trial? This is never charged. This never happens. This almost never goes to trial. Remember that?
Remember?
Oh, no, that's right. They didn't say any of that. that was justice. Justice being done. No one's above the law kind of garbage. Not now. All right, let's hear it. Jeez.
Experience over 21 years at the department. I never saw this kind of case brought. It would normally be somebody who was a felon in possession of a gun that would be charged.
How about a crackhead?
I'm more interested in what it tells us about the rule of law in this country in two ways.
This.
One, the son of the sitting president was pretty quickly tried. He was given due process, and he was found guilty. And you have the current president, the father of the defendant, making it absolutely clear that he is not pardoning him, that he could have ordered at any time his Justice Department to get rid of this case. He did not do that. He has said that he is not planning on pardoning him as well. And I really think that if you look at this case, what is the big picture here? It's not a drug addict who possessed a gun for 2 weeks. It is that you have a president of the United States who is living embodiment of the rule of law, even with respect to his only living son.
Oh, my gosh.
And you can contrast that to the former president's denigration of the rule of law.
That's Trump.
Every single time he is found either guilty in a criminal case or liable in a civil case, including sexual assault and fraud, he says the system's rigged against him. So I think that, to me, is the really strong contrast between the two views of the institution of the justice system, whether it's civil justice or criminal justice, that I think is speaking to me very loudly about the impact and the import of this case.
That's great that it's speaking to him like that.
The import.
Don't forget, Joe Biden, to sum it up there, is the living embodiment of the rule of law.
Yeah. Never mind ignoring the U.S. Supreme Court directions. Don't worry about that. He's the living embodiment.
That no one is above the law.
That's a good line.
Wow.
What world do these people live in?
Not this one.
That's
awesome. That's for sure.
I want to be there.
Wow. Then Joe gave an anti-gun speech. This is good stuff. We'll get to that in just a second. Are our elections secure? Yeah, it's a kind of a question on everyone's mind right now as we head toward November 5th. And it's an important question for every American. This is not a partisan issue. Losing presidential candidates have been saying that their election was stolen for decades. Trump is not the first. Al Gore did it. Hillary Clinton keeps doing it. She's still doing it now. all crying fraud at the top of their lungs every time they lose, every time Democrats lose. They didn't yell it during the Clinton years because Clinton won twice. That's the old Bill Clinton. So Sarah Gonzalez and the Blaze Originals team went to Michigan to find out why and how this is happening. Michigan's a pivotal swing state, which changed their election laws after the 2016 election. So we're here to answer the important questions. Dead voters, voter ID laws, George Soros-funded secretaries of state, they're all under the microscope in the latest Blaze Originals documentary. You're not going to want to miss this. It's available starting tomorrow, only on Blaze TV. Voter fraud exposed, how elections can be stolen. Use the promo code VOTERFRAUD at blazeoriginals.com/Pat. blazeoriginals.com/Pat. And get $30 off your annual subscription.
That grave is unleashed.
Okay, so after his son's convicted on gun charges.
The irony of this day.
No kidding.
Joe Biden has an anti-gun speech.
Should have canceled this.
Wish he would have. Because, man, I was watching part of this. This was like, okay, I can only do this once. I can't do it at home. I had to turn it off. It was just too agonizing. But here's Biden mad at Trump's shooting response. That's right. Right. Okay. Here we go. Watch.
I disagree with some of my own party and on the other side about a lot of things, but at least there's some rational argument they have as part of their argument. What in God's name is the rationale for taking away the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms?
It's not in God's name.
After a school shooting in Iowa, killed a student and a teacher. My predecessor was asked about it. You remember what he said? He said, have to get over it. Hell no, we don't have to get over it.
Did he say that?
Yeah, but it's nowhere near the way
he's taking it way out of context.
Yes.
Yeah. This is such garbage. He's such a lying sack of crap.
More children are killed in America by guns than cancer and car accidents combined. My predecessor told the NRA convention recently, he's proud that, quote, I did nothing on guns when I was president.
Right, because of the Second Amendment, douchebag.
Made the situation considerably worse.
He didn't say that.
That's why every town, why this summit, why all of you here today are so damn important. We need you.
I can't stand
We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians when they oppose common sense gun legislation. I used to be when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of
you didn't.
Pennsylvania.
Another
Before that, I
lie.
taught a constitutional law
It's like a lie
class.
every second.
The Second Amendment. There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want.
Yeah, there has. There's that lie. How many times is he going to lie in this?
No, I'm serious. Think about it.
Yes, you
How
could.
much you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty. Wash of those.
The blood of, he can't even get it right.
Of course, he never
Give
does.
him a break because he can't even say it. He can't even say the blood of patriots. Watering the tree of liberty.
Take on government if we get out of
He
line.
can't even do it. I can't
about.
take it. Shut him up. I can't even take it. Oh my gosh. The lie after lie after lie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and you're pointing out his lies about, well, any number of things there, being a professor and stuff. And
teaching constitutional law.
Right.
He did not. Nope. He's never taught anything. He's never been a professor anywhere doing anything for any amount of time.
No, he needed an office to keep some of those illegal files that he had.
That's exactly right.
That's what he did.
And I think if that clip had kept playing, I think he gets in that one to the cannons. Couldn't own a cannon during the.
I think he already said that.
But
he did.
I
missed that.
He already said it.
But he cuts off there, and I don't know if it continues on. But he talks about going against the government. Oh, they're going to need an F-15.
Oh, he does go to the
F-15s.
Right.
We have
all right.
numerous clips to get
Can you
to.
pick it up on that?
At the end of I think that's what he was getting into.
First of all, let's address some of the lies here. What a lying sack of crap he is. Oh, my God. As always. First of all, it depends on your definition. You know, he said that that more children are killed by guns than by cancer and car accidents.
Right?
Okay. So, depending on your definition of what a child is. Is a 19-year-old a child? If 19 is considered a child, and if you start at 1, not at birth, if you go from 1 to 19 and you include all suicides and accidental death by gunfire, then and only then does it even come close. Obviously, not many 1 to 19-year-olds are dying from cancer. That's why he uses cancer there, because who's dying from cancer? Yes, childhood cancer does exist, but it's fairly rare. So it's kind of bogus to toss cancer in there to begin with. It'd be like saying more women die on their way to an abortion clinic than from bubonic plague and leprosy combined. Okay, great stat. Thanks for that. But when you include suicides, that's bogus, because if people don't commit suicide by guns, they probably would have done it from some other means.
Very, very possible.
But, so that's all misleading and really a garbage statistic. And then he gets into the Second Amendment, which is, he doesn't even understand it. He doesn't have any idea what the Second Amendment is all about, or what it meant, or why it was put into place. Nor does he care.
No, he
doesn't care. And to think that at the founding of our country, there was never a time when you could buy anything. Well, yeah, there was. And there still is. I could probably still buy a cannon if I wanted to. I'll bet I could. I bet you could buy a cannon.
If not, if someone tried to stop you, I guarantee you there's an attorney out there that would represent you pro bono. Make sure that you could.
I mean, private citizens owned cannons. Somebody, please, for the love of heaven, tell the guy about the privateers who sailed the seas in colonial America and all owned cannons. Please, somebody.
I'm sure he talked about that in his constitutional class.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah, one of the students probably brought it up. Mr. Vice President, what about the privateers? They don't count. We don't count them. Shut up. Oh, all right. And if you're gonna fight against the government, you don't have an F-15. No, what I use now is an F-35. I don't know, because that's a fifth-generation weapon.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, we don't use the F-15s. They're rusted out on the tarmac.
We're giving those to Ukraine. In fact, we're giving the F-16s to Ukraine.
Yeah. And it was advertised that he's meeting with him again this week. I can't take it.
And he's apologizing because the weaponry hasn't gotten there fast enough.
Yeah.
He apologized. There's so much on this guy.
I know.
There's so much to despise. Seriously. I mean, I can't even. You listen to that? I can't even.
Well, you better buckle up.
After his Blood of Patriots comment, when he starts talking about.
And he can't even get it right.
Never. He never gets that right.
It's called the blood of the Liberty Tree or what?
Blood
of the Liberty Tree. Wait, the Liberty Tree? The Liberty Tree is bleeding? That's weird. How'd that happen?
That is weird.
Who shot the Liberty Tree? I want that to stop.
He goes on to, before he gets to the F-15, he talks about they're talking about us, coming after us if we do something against them.
We got a lot of clips here.
Okay, let's get to him.
March through here. I think you'll get to where you want to be.
Here's more gun remarks from him. This is, I think, the F-15.
By the way, if they want to think to take on government, if we get out of line, which they're talking again about,
well,
guess what? They need
it's Constitution.
F-15s. They don't need a rifle.
My gosh,
that's just
it's asinine.
Terrible.
It's just asinine.
Sucks in so many ways.
It's asinine.
It hurts how much this man sucks.
There's no doubt about that.
Ask the Afghans about being armed against the Soviet Union in the 80s. Ask the Soviet Union or China about their invasion tactics and plans for the United States of America and why they always avoided Texas if and when it ever happened. it's not because we had F-15s here. It's because we were armed to the teeth and still are. And they want to avoid that if possible. Why? Because it's pretty hard to hold on to territory when you've got an armed citizenry shooting at you all the time.
Yeah.
Whether I've got an F-15 or not, if I have a weapon, if I have a gun, I can certainly shoot at the people who are occupying my area, right? I mean, it's just asinine that he thinks you need an F-15. You don't.
No, but we do care when you're doing something wrong. That was his whole point. They're coming after us when we're doing something against them.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
That's the point.
We do. That's the whole point. It's a funny thing called the Constitution. I know you don't care about that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Even
care
though
about that.
taught classes at Penn on it.
Did he?
I can't take this guy, man.
Oh, can't stand it.
I know.
And there was more. There's more.
Who in God's name
Again?
needs a magazine which can hold 200 shells?
Okay, now we've got a magazine that can hold 200 shells. What kind of shells are being held in here? Are we talking about artillery shells?
Eggshells? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Eggshells? Seashells? What kind of shells? That's great. It's a gun that can hold 200 shells. Is there a gun that can hold 200 bullets? I want that gun.
Maybe
if
for
there
the
is.
military.
I've never encountered one, but I'm sure yes. In the military, yeah. Maybe a gigantic Gatling kind of gun could do that.
Again, it hurts
man.
how much this man
does
sucks.
hurt. How stupid he is.
And by the way, this next clip, he has done this before. I don't know what his brain does when he's trying to talk about the ATF, but there's some sort of weird
he can't get letters. He can't get
this.
numbers.
I don't know what
he can't get words.
He's a
Words are
lifelong
difficult
stutterer.
for him.
What are you talking
Jeffy,
about?
that's right.
Where's the clip?
Yeah, you just nailed it.
Thank you.
You can't be pro-law enforcement and say you are pro-law enforcement and be pro-abolishing the AFT.
Bro, stop it.
And be pro-abolishing the AFT.
AFT.
It's the ATF, douchebag. It's the ATF.
Again, it hurts.
It does.
How much he sucks.
It does.
Oh, boy, we got another one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Here we go.
Instead of trying to stop our
This is
ban on
embarrassing,
ghost gun
man.
kits that contain these that commit crimes,
What?
they're working like hell to stop it.
Don't act like you don't know what the man just said. Play it again, Joe. Pat's acting stupid. He's acting like he doesn't understand exactly what the man said.
I mean, now you're getting it a little embarrassing, Pat.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Instead of trying to stop our ban on ghost gun kits that contain these that commit crimes, they're working like hell to stop it.
All right.
Instead of trying to stop these ghost kids' guns, what what is he talking about there? What are you saying?
Trying hard to stop the ghost gun kits, right?
All right. Okay, so we got one more clip. You think we can power through this? See how many lies you can count.
Okay,
on
man.
this.
I mean, are there more than that first clip?
That I don't remember.
Wow. All right, let's count. Let's count.
They're
The
so
lies.
damn important. We need you. We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians when they oppose common sense gun legislation. I used to be a law when I was no longer the vice president. I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, I taught a constitutional law class, and so I taught the Second Amendment.
Okay.
There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want.
Three.
Yeah, okay.
Never. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War. No, I'm serious. Think about it. How many times have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty.
The blood of
That's just
liberty.
wrong.
Give me a break.
Give us a break, you stupid buffoon. You absolute embarrassment.
By the way, if they want to think to take on government if we get out of line, which they're talking again about,
Yeah.
well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need
Another lie. What is that? 5? 6?
5.
5. Take on government if we get out of line.
So much.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's just maddening.
Okay.
It's enraging. It's so far beyond maddening. Seriously. Wow.
How many days are left in this term, Chris?
Oh, man.
Do we know?
If it's over 200,
it cannot be.
If it's still over 200, I'm going to go out
Make
of my
sure this
mind.
computer is updated. There's no way that computer.
222?
No
Come
way.
on.
You need to unplug that monitor.
Yes.
I can't look at that anymore.
That has not been reset. That is not restarted with company time.
I can't take it. Oh, man. Seriously can't end soon enough. It just can't end soon enough. We'll chew the fat with Jeffy next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I'm starting to wonder if I can live in the same nation as the cadaver in chief. I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah.
Can I continue to live here?
That's rough.
As long as this guy is at the head of this government.
Banning books about black experiences here.
I just want somebody. Why can't someone ask him, wait a minute, what books on black experience
I would like some examples.
are being banned? Who's doing this? Please, Peter Ducey, by all that is holy, ask this man these tough questions. Have you studied any of our founding history? Do you know about cannons being sold to private citizens? Obviously you don't.
You don't.
Obviously you don't. Can you recite any American history, including the Thomas Jefferson quote about the Tree of Liberty being watered with the blood of patriots? Jeez. The blood of the tree. What are you talking about, man?
He really has no idea. No idea.
He can't recite the Declaration of Independence. He can't recite the Jefferson quote. He doesn't know about our founding documents and the Second Amendment and what that afforded people the right to do. It's just agonizing. It's agonizing.
By the way, I could get you a little cannon for $900.
Really?
Or like a normal Civil War cannon for $7,000.
$7,000. Mm-hmm. Okay,
that's not that bad actually.
It's not bad.
I would have thought it would cost more than that.
Yeah, $7,000 from the Civil War period.
I don't know if it's from the Civil War or it's just meant to look like a Civil War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
probably.
How much a recreation? How much are the cannonballs? Where can I get those?
That's like buying a printer and then having to get the ink. Yeah,
and the paper. That's great. It looks great, but I want to be able to shoot that thing.
Can somebody send the link to the White House so they understand? We still have that right, stupid.
So I could get you a cannonball between $100 and $125.
Oh.
Now just know they're used.
You thought bullets were expensive.
Yeah, no doubt.
They are used cannonballs, so I can't get you a brand new one, but...
I wonder if anyone makes them anymore.
Only buy new. I don't buy used or even gently
used. Good luck finding them. Who makes them? Well, really, I don't know. Can I get a cannon that shoots a couple hundred cannonballs at once? I don't know. No,
probably not.
Any cannon did that.
All right, it is time to chew the fat with Jeffy.
I want a cannon.
Let's do that.
So sing it loud and loud. Yes, it's pride time. There's no shame in allowed. It's not Lizzo with a flute that's shaking the ground. He's a much bigger star, known the world around. Now quietly applause and take your seat. Let's chew the fat before Jeffy has to eat.
It's really good.
So good.
Really
so good.
That's our Pride Month version of Chewing the Fat intro.
Yeah.
We talked about this being canceled last week, but no. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight
I'm kind of surprised because apparently there's some real issues with his stomach. And
it's officially going to take place on Friday, November 15th. Same bad time, same bad channel, same bad cave, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. DFW, and broadcast live on Netflix.
Is this still going to be a sanctioned fight?
And I will say,
and will count
as far
against
as
both
I
their
know,
records, right?
all I know is that after we talked about it, and I called Iron Mike a wuss for not fighting, then the fight was rescheduled. So you're welcome.
You shamed him right into
You're
getting
welcome.
back into
That's
this
right.
fight. Good for you. Thank you.
So I don't know. You're right.
If he dies, though, it's on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah.
I'll be watching it live on Netflix.
All right. For free?
What a shame that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how it's for free on Netflix.
Yeah.
Not so much.
No.
Not so much.
You gotta pay for Netflix.
Yeah, you
but
do.
Still, you don't have to pay extra. That's great.
No,
you know, Disney for a while was doing the thing, and they probably still do, where you pay for the service, right? And then you get to pay extra for whatever movie they slop onto the network.
Which is extra special.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Isn't that extra?
That is
okay,
extra
I know you
special
pay,
from that.
what is it? I don't know, $15 or whatever it is a month. And then, and by the way, another $30 to have the privilege of watching this movie.
We're giving
on
you
Disney
access
Plus.
to it, though.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to go to the theater for it, but you can pay extra. $30. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
But we're stupid enough to do it, so.
Right.
That's
so
on us.
the Paris Olympics organizers mounted the rings on the Eiffel Tower this past weekend as the French capital marks 50 days until the start of summer. It's 44 days now. And the two huge crane structures lifted the 30-ton structure up on the Eiffel Tower. And I'd like to show you the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah,
we can't.
We can't.
We can't because we don't have a picture. Now, I will say that we do have a picture. This is an artist rendering of what happened in Paris.
Okay. And there it is.
The Olympic rings.
So this is what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
Again, that's an artist rendering.
Yeah,
that's
right.
not the actual
I'm glad you're pointing
correct.
that out.
Eiffel Tower.
Because you wouldn't know otherwise.
We don't want to get sued for that.
Right.
And if anybody starts using that on their social media, we're suing you for $10,000.
Thank you. It's
10,000.
All right.
95 feet long, 43-foot structure, 5 rings made entirely
incredible.
of
That's beautiful.
recycled steel.
How much does that weigh? Did you say 30 tons or whatever?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the rings is 30 tons, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Just want to point out, it is an artist rendering, like you said.
That's right.
It's not the real Eiffel Tower. So
We've run into a little issue
what's
of late,
going on with that?
especially where we're getting sued for every video and every photo we use on the air for some reason. And so we're doing things a little bit differently.
Yeah, and so if you need a drawing or something or a reenactment or what have you, just holler and I'll grab the old dry erase markers and go to town.
Pretty much anything that comes from social media, I guess, we can't use.
That's what
Can't use.
certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
And,
It's a bummer.
Those will be illuminated every night with 100,000 LED bulbs.
Oh, you didn't draw the LED bulbs on them.
The pictures are beautiful, and
Artists?
you can see the rendering there of the bulbs. And they're going to be even up during the Paralympics.
Sparkling now, right?
Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful. Look at that. That's going to be spectacular. That really is. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You can tell from the artist rendering.
Again, not the real
Not
Eiffel
the
Tower.
actual Eiffel Tower.
Don't be confused.
With the actual LED lights on it. That's not it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Olympic stories so far, well aside from the
another artist rendering. That was not the actual.
No, it says right there, artist rendering on the.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
good.
more
It says,
artsy because it's black and white.
Yeah, right. So we don't want that to be confused with the actual copyrighted photograph.
Yeah.
That's not it.
No, we can't have that.
The rings lose a little something though on the black and white because they don't have the
well,
popping
you're
colors,
showing off the LEDs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have a picture.
Which, by the way, for everybody who wanted to see the bull rider or the bull thing, the bull stampeding through the crowd there and goring people along the way. No one was harmed.
They're fine.
They're all fine.
They're fine.
Just like Russian dash cam videos, no
Everybody's
one was
fine.
harmed in the stampede of that bull. But we had to take it down for fear of
on YouTube
being
so if you saw the YouTube, you missed some of the bull.
Yeah.
Is it still on the actual, like you go to Blaze TV and oh, okay.
No,
that's gone.
No,
And that's why you should watch live.
Thank
the
you, yes.
programming.
That's exactly right.
That's why.
Yeah, I
Good
love
safety
that.
tip.
If it's not vaccine talk, it's bull rider.
Yeah.
Bull escapes.
I mean, they're doing everything they possibly can to shut us down. Every single thing they can possibly throw at us, they're throwing.
Yeah. So in case you have to watch the show on YouTube, this is kind of what you missed. This is the bull, and it's escaping, woo, jumping out and going and busting people up.
Yeah,
out of the ring.
It was scary. It was, and that shows you how scary that was.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
What you got, Jeffy?
That did not look like a bull. Paris organizers, anyway, as I said, the recycled steel they made out for the Olympic rings on the Eiffel Tower. So they've gone out of their way to make this the greenest Olympics ever.
Oh, jeez.
And it's one of their boldest measure. They've touted again and again. And it also they were all happy about the athletes' dorms. The rooms in the athletes' village, and the rooms don't have air conditioning because of other cooling measures, like a floor fan. But organizers have assured that athletes won't need it. Not so fast. Portable air conditioning units will be everywhere. They're wheeled in, shipped in, ordered visiting countries that want their athletes to sleep well and perform at the highest level, even if it means a larger carbon footprint.
Oh, wow.
The United States said,
Don't they
we're
care
planning
about
to
the
use
planet?
The United States says, we're planning on using portable ACs in some of or all of our athletes' rooms. Great Britain, Canada, Italy, Germany, they all said, we're using AC units in the dorm rooms, no problem. And Greece said, we will bring them and we'll take them back to Greece with us, okay?
Wow.
The Greek Olympic Committee for Environmental Sustainability, I love them, said, we're just responding to the wishes of our athletes. So the athletes in Greece are like, the fan's not going to do it for us.
Right.
It's going to be pretty warm in Paris, and we'd like it cold. And the head of the environmental excellence for the Paris 2024 Olympics, she is really bummed and said, we thought about the lifetime of these buildings in conceiving this model. As for the decisions of the visiting countries, it's a pity.
Wow.
Pity.
By the way, I found a more graphic representation of what we were talking about with the bull running into people yesterday.
No. Oh, man. See how horrific that is?
This is just before the person is hit by the bull,
Right.
but that was about to happen.
You can tell that person isn't even looking at the bull.
I know. And they weren't. So, yeah.
That's correct.
That's correct. That's what you missed yesterday.
Looks concerned, actually.
And then there might be another one soon where the person is hit by the bull.
Hold on,
I don't know. I'm looking for one.
Hold on.
Now.
Is that a picture of the bull escaped,
Yeah,
or is that a giant rabbit about to eat somebody?
No, that's a bull.
Just as good as your bull.
Yeah.
These are the horns right there.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty clear. What do you mean?
Pretty
Duh.
clear.
Pretty clear.
Pretty clear. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of the Olympics and going green, and we've talked about it on this show at length. I read a post this week on Instagram, and I thought, wow, this is perfect. It's called Imagine. Imagine we lived in a world where all cars were EVs, and then along comes a new invention, the internal combustion engine. Think how well they would sell. A vehicle at half the weight, half the price, that will almost quarter the damage to the road. A vehicle that can be refueled in 1/10 of the time and has the range of up to 4 times the distance in all weather conditions. It does not rely on environmentally damaging use of non-renewable rare earth elements to power it. The use, far less steel and other materials. Just think how excited people would be for such technology. It would probably sell like hotcakes.
And who came up with that?
I read it. I don't know. I can't give
it's
credit
really
because
good.
I don't know. But I just love the angle.
That's really good.
Just love the angle on it because we've talked about that. I love the way that was put.
I'm glad you didn't take a picture of that post.
No, there was
Probably
no
would
picture.
have been sued.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. Today's Chewing the Fat segment brought to you by Kexi Cookies, simply the best cookie on the planet.
By the way, we got
recipes have been in the family for years and are the highest quality. Kexi Cookies.
Where'd you get that?
Kexi.com.
Where'd you get that copy? Come up with that on your own?
That's what they sent me from the website.
Oh,
what can
okay.
I do for
All
you?
right.
Website.
We got the wrapper fixed, by the way. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're back in business.
back in business.
So you don't need me.
No. But thank you.
Or me.
Thank you for your efforts.
Yeah, you wanted to steal the cookies. Well, remember that.
Yeah. But thank you for wanting to steal the cookies, Keith. That was great.
I was helping.
KEKSI.com.
Exactly right.
Good news.
Still time. I mean, if don't leave Dad out in the cold. You didn't do that to Mom, right? So don't do it to Dad.
Right.
If you get expedited shipping, still could get there in time.
Okay.
According to the website,
we can't guarantee it, but if you expedite the shipping, it could happen.
Okay,
it's worth the risk.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Drive safe.
Hope it gets there for you. Joey Chestnut, the perennial winner of
If not, it'll be worth the wait. That's what you tell your dad. Look, it's worth the wait. Get off me. That's what you tell him right there. All right, go ahead.
Joey Chestnut, the perennial winner of the annual 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
There he is.
There he is right there. He's about
out
to eat
this
a hot
year.
dog.
Yeah, he's out, though. He's not going to be
what?
Part of the July
Why?
4th Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Why?
Because he made a deal to represent a different wiener brand.
Oh, wow.
And not just any brand. Impossible Foods.
Oh,
what?
They recently launched a vegan Frankfurter, and you can
Are
see.
you kidding me? Is that the vegan he's about to eat right there?
The vegan hot dog right
that's
here
gross.
from Impossible Foods.
How could he possibly? That's nasty.
Oh, wait, that's an artist render.
Yes, that's
okay.
an artist.
I said on the top. I
Got it.
Yeah, we don't want to get.
So he has won 16 times, including every year since 2016. In 2021 he had 76 hot dogs and buns. Last year, 62. Loser.
So he's slowing down. That's why he went to the Impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to take his usual spot at the contest, and
So was it
no.
Impossible Foods that stopped him, or did he stop himself, or
Nathan's.
how'd that work?
Well, he signed a deal to promote, and Nathan's was paying him. They paid him $200,000 last year to show up.
Wow.
And to be there and eat Nathan's hot dogs. And so they're saying, they couldn't come to a resolution. They apparently offered him 4 years, $1.2 million, and he was like, "No, he's going with Impossible Foods."
That's more impressive, actually.
Wow.
I can't stomach one of those, much less 70-something of them. Impossible.
So they claim they couldn't come to a resolution, and they use the example of it would be like Michael Jordan saying Nike, being the face of Nike, but wanting to do Adidas commercials too, because they had a deal with him where he could do the Labor Day contest with the Impossible Foods, but not mention Impossible Foods. Just go ahead and be a part of it. But he was like, "No, I can't do that."
Do you have the numbers for his new contract? Because I'm curious to know if
I wonder what he's getting from
I don't
Impossible.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
But I'm sure it's more than $200,000 a year. Yeah,
It's got to be more than $1.2 million.
Yeah.
Nathan's offered
exactly.
him. Yeah.
So Major League Eating said, "Hey, we'd love nothing more than to have him back at Nathan's this year or another year, but we hope he returns." But he's not promoting a rival brand.
Does that mean one of the Japanese guys is going to win it again?
Yeah, I think the guy number 2 last year, Jeffy Esper, he ate 49 last year.
Doesn't
He
sound
was number
Japanese.
2.
That does not sound
No, that is not Japanese. That is not Japanese. Jeffy Esper, no. It is not.
I mean, he might be turning Japanese. It's
possible he's
I really
turning
think
Japanese.
So. But doesn't sound like he's turning Japanese.
But he's he's like the pity winner now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, go ahead.
49?
Go ahead.
You got some loser that's going to win this thing now?
All right.
What a bummer. All right. More coming out. Just another sign of the apocalypse.
No doubt.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
With some tweets. Bulldog Mama tweets, "I'd really like to see Biden try to say, Sally sells seashells by the seashore."
Oh, no way.
No way. He couldn't even get through Sally. First word, and he's done. Silly, stupid, stinky.
Woodchuck, good.
You know the thing.
That'd be awesome.
Phaedra tweets, I know people who currently own and bought working cannons in the last 25 years. They fire them every year on New Year's Eve.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be.
That'd be fun.
Can you imagine having that as a neighbor?
No. No, it's bad enough on the firework thing. Gina Cook, when does the auction start for today's artwork, and where do we bid?
You know what? We'll have to...
we'll have to find
to do that.
Yeah. The online gallery. Pat's Peanut Gallery. Wait, does this ban on showing stuff from social media mean no more animal videos? Afraid it does.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Afraid it does. Yeah.
Boy, that sucks.
So there's a silver lining to every cloud, isn't there?
No,
there is. There is a silver lining.
From Bob Loblaw, some say many of Jeffy's artist renderings are produced using Jeffy's proprietary AI technology. Jeffy GPT.
I don't know that we want to explore Jeffy GPT.
Why not?
Show us the rendering of Joey Chestnut.
Okay, so this is Joey Chestnut.
I mean, that is an incredible.
This is last year.
That is not an actual photo of Joey Chestnut.
This is last year when he was at the Nathan's hot dog.
Well, I can tell.
Contest.
Obviously, that's last year.
It's Nathan's hot dog, and then this year
he even looks younger than he does now.
This year, you've got him eating Impossible hot dogs. So that's why he's not going to be.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold those up.
That's why he's not going to do
side.
this.
I see.
Next year. Or this year.
Nathan's hot
this was
dog.
last year. Yeah.
Okay.
So
nicely done.
Hold that back up.
Nicely done. Again, that is not the actual photo of Joey Chestnut.
Chris
just an incredible
likeness. An artist rendering.
So Chris, the artist, he knows that the arrow should point toward the product, right?
No, he's telling you that the hot dog that's in Joey's hand is Impossible hot dogs. Don't start judging.
Hold it up.
Don't start judging.
Hold it up. Let Pat see this. Hold that up.
Let me see.
The arrow should be pointing to the hot dog, not here's the hot dog to the word.
From the
First of all, we already told you this is not the actual Joey Chestnut.
But he's not from this country.
He's not from America.
So never mind.
If you're listening, Chris and arrows aren't on the same page.
No, it's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. From Bjorn de Bodine, I would like you guys to know that I'm okay with you using any of my Photoshop creations from social media.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Bjorn
that.
de Bodine.
Yeah,
awesome.
Are you willing to sign paperwork
for that? Yeah.
Because if the person is willing
he'll have to sign paperwork.
Verbal is not good enough. Apparently.
It's not good enough.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we're going to get this situation resolved, but in the meantime,
and if not, the art continues to flow.
Right. That's exactly right. We'll see.
And we'll sell it. I don't mind. I'm a capitalist.
Yeah.
We'll sell the crap out of those drawings.
I'll let this go for $1,000.
Done.
$1,000. Done deal.
Now, hang on.
All right. I'll even sign it. I can get it signed by the artist.
Would you sign out by the artist?
I would.
Okay. I want to point out mine has color.
Yeah, it's nice.
This is
nice.
at least $2,000 right here. Right?
It's worth it. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it.
And it's got the LED sparklies going on.
Right. Yeah. Lovely. Obviously, the artist spent a little more time on that than this artist did.
I mean, we're trying to do stuff on the fly here for the show.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think? We're made of time? No, we're not. All right. So Hamas now claiming that 274 Palestinians were killed during the Israeli rescue operation over the weekend.
That's a shame.
See that? 274. First of all, they said 210. Now it's up to 274. Why stop there?
Just keep going.
I'd say just 15,000 people were killed. You know what they're actually claiming overall is over 37,000, mostly women and children, have been killed in the Israeli invasion.
Okay.
But here's my question to the Palestinians is, and all their supporters, how many Palestinians would have been killed if they didn't have any Israeli hostages? Because my thought is, it'd be zero. None. You know, and the thing is, Israel has begged and pleaded to get these hostages back. They've negotiated, they've cajoled, they've given in, they've capitulated, they've done ceasefires, and still, it's been over 8 months. They've been pretty stinking patient.
Way too patient.
You don't want anything to happen like this? Get back the hostages.
Here's an idea. Let's not attack Israel.
How about that? Yeah.
How many people would have lost their lives if they
Zero.
hadn't attacked on October 7th?
None.
Really? Because it would have been zero.
Right.
Okay, that's right, because they
zero.
wouldn't have attacked.
Right.
Israel wouldn't have had to retaliate.
Would not have retaliated. And by the way, they like this. Hamas leadership
Yes. Oh, my
wants
gosh.
it.
This stokes their fires, man.
Their leader, Yahya Sinwar,
Love him.
just said that the hostages are where they are because it's a necessary sacrifice. The 274 people they lost in this raid, necessary sacrifice. That's why they've put the hostages where they are in these heavily populated areas. They want civilians to be killed. They're human shields. That's the whole point. And when this happens and civilians die, if that's the accurate number, and I don't fully believe it is, but let's say it is. So 274 people get killed. Then they can cry and whine to the rest of the naive dupes at the UN that big bad Israel is slaughtering these poor defenseless people and get people on their side. Get these idiots in America
Well, what was
at the campuses on their side.
The latest UN thing was that they both had Israel and Palestine both had what was their term? Gosh darn it, had done bad things
War crimes?
in the war. Yeah,
War crimes.
They both
Yeah.
had done war crimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm surprised
okay.
they've admitted.
I know.
Hamas has, because they never do. The UN is so anti-Israel and always has been. You know, after establishing the nation, at least. But you know, that was because of pressure from us and the British. But they would have never done that on their own. The UN is a worthless piece of garbage organization. Everybody knows it.
And I mean, our country has, been telling Israel to bend the knee. We've bent the knee. We've done everything. We built a dock that was a great work of art.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an artist rendering of the dock right now.
If you have a picture of the ocean, you have a picture of the dock.
That's correct.
So here is actually the latest image of the dock you're referring to. Jeffy.
Is that from Google Space, Google Earth?
Google Earth.
It's a rendering of the Google Earth shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
But
Inshallah.
But the dock is actually under that water.
You have to use your imagination
because Hamas has blown it up. So, congratulations.
Just a windstorm blew it up. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, but the Hamas was firing at it before that happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Crazy. They were shooting at our soldiers, trying to do this humanitarian thing so we could put the dock there so that food,
correct,
and medical supplies can reach them. And what are they doing?
So wait a minute.
Firing at us.
So Hamas, who is bitching and moaning that they don't get enough humanitarian aid for the humanitarian crisis that they brought upon themselves,
right?
They fired upon those that were trying to assist in providing that humanitarian aid.
Yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the party.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, John Cornyn. Oh, man. All right. Meanwhile, Winkin, Blinken, and Nod have announced that more than $400 million in new humanitarian aid is coming to Palestinians in Gaza.
So deserving, too.
Oh, great. Antony Blinken announced $400 million. How are we going to get it to them? Again, they attack us when we try to get it to them. And then what they do is when the supplies do land, Hamas soldiers come in and shoo everybody else away, take that aid, and then sell it. Okay. All right. I give up.
I know, man.
I mean, I give up.
Yep.
I've got no sympathy for them at this point. Very little. Anyway, he again called on Hamas to accept a ceasefire proposal. They've already said no. They already said no to the latest proposal.
They continue to say no.
Yeah. Why? Why do they say no? Jeffy, do you have any idea? I thought that's what they desperately wanted, was for Israel, the big, bad, mean, terrible Israelis, to stop hurting them.
I thought so too, Pat.
Yeah.
But, the offer just isn't good enough.
Really?
Yeah.
What would Israel have to do to make it good enough?
I don't know. Cease to exist?
Oh, is that all they want? That's all they want. They just ask that they no longer exist.
So it's a one-step process.
Oh,
it's not
that's
even
not
like
bad.
a bunch of...
Is that too much to ask?
You could write that on one sheet of paper.
Yeah. All right, we renounce our right to existence, and then see if they'll sign that, and then just leave. I guess just the 9 million Jews in the area just leave.
Did you see the?
That's not going to be good enough, as a matter of fact.
No, it's not. They'll chase them down wherever they are.
Lovely New York City. They had a subway car that a bunch of anti-Israeli protesters took over wearing masks and told Zionists to raise their hands and said, quote, "This is your chance to get out." And
I don't want to see an artist rendering of that.
Well, you can't get the video of it, that's for sure.
And where was that?
That would be New York City.
New York City.
Huh. New York City.
Sounds like everything's under control.
Are there any Jewish people in New York City?
I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm just not familiar enough with the city.
I thought they ran the city, but...
Yeah, well, I thought they ran the country and all our entertainment and all banks and...
everything.
Yeah, everything. Virtually everything. So...
Good times, America.
Good times, right? I love this, too. All these Democrats are now starting to say... They said this on The View the other day with the Coven as they were gathered around their cauldron, that they were all worried about Donald Trump putting them in concentration camps or something, re-education camps. AOC is now worried that Trump's going to put her in jail if elected. Do you guys know he's been president before? How many times did that happen? Who did he jail back then? God, this is so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. However, I will say, boy, what a shame that would be. I would hate to hear of something like that happening.
Well, do you want him to have a trial first, or just go ahead and put him in jail directly to prison?
I would hate to have that happen, Pat.
Me too, because we think it ceases to be America now. I mean, it does feel good to think about it, but
I know.
Yeah,
we're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
Yeah, thank you. And seriously, and you bring up the great point of, I mean, the man was president already.
Yeah, we have 4 years of precedent here. 4 years. How many times did it happen? Carry the one, two. None.
I mean, we all wanted him to throw Hillary in jail. He didn't do that.
Yeah. And in fact, when his crowds would chant it, he'd like, okay, calm down.
Right.
Calm down.
She's a good person.
Yeah.
What did he call her?
I don't know. Something like that, yeah.
Hold on a second.
She's fine. He did the same thing with George Soros. No, he's a good guy. He's fine. He's fine. No. In the words of that brilliant orator, John Fetterman.
John Fetterman got in a car wreck. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah,
Sunday
he and his
morning,
wife are
Monday.
Okay, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he rear-ended somebody.
Right?
Yeah, his fault. He rear-ended somebody.
Oh no!
Which, I mean, seems odd that someone who has had the extensive brain issues he'd had
is actually driving
auto accident. Yeah, and
I think he was driving too, right?
He was, and the trooper said it's like unclear why the accident occurred. He ran into the back of somebody. I mean, it's
boy.
If you've seen him talk, it's pretty obvious why the accident occurred.
So you guys believe it was because of him, or someone trying to take him out?
Oh, that is some of the rumors that were going around because
really,
he's been
default.
Right? Yeah, the factory reset. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, stranger things have happened.
I mean, it wouldn't be just you just stop your car in front of him. I would think there's there's a better way.
Yeah. All right. Recently we had some monumental news that nobody is talking about for the first time in our history. For the very first time in our history, the interest we pay on the national debt surpassed every individual budget item.
Oh,
except Social Security.
I thought you were going to say we paid it off.
Did you think that?
I thought that's where you were going.
For the first time, wouldn't be the first time in our history, but for the first time in a long time, we just paid off the national debt. Good. All $34 trillion gone. Had a little extra cash laying around in the rainy day fund.
I was all excited.
Yeah. They looked in the cushion of the White House couches.
Ooh.
And found an extra $34 trillion.
Nice.
Not great? No, that didn't happen. We now spend more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. Wow. Amazing. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend worse than drunken sailors. That's why savvy investors, central banks, and concerned savers are turning to gold, something not tied to the inflation and the U.S. dollar. You can too, with the help of Birch Gold. With over 20 years of experience, Birch Gold Group has helped thousands of Americans protect their savings by converting an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold, and you can do that without a penny out of pocket. To get more information on this, just text PAT to 989898. They'll send you that free information kit. No obligation. Just go through it, see if it's right for you. Birch Gold has earned my trust with their education-first approach. Thousands of happy customers, countless 5-star reviews. See why. Protect your savings. Text PAT to 989898.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
So long as she was denied. She knows so long as she was denied.
Right.
Her freedom can never be secured.
I'll never forget those faithful words. Will you?
Strong.
Oh my gosh.
Powerful.
Yeah, you bet.
She knows so long as she was denied.
Right? Right? Could you put that any better? Could you put it any better? I don't think so.
How does every American not resonate with them?
Thank you, Keith. It's a great question. I mean,
she knows so long as she was denied.
I don't want to hear that this man isn't fit for office anymore.
Right. President Biden's approval rating ranks right up there with jock itch.
And that's sad.
That is sad.
Because, I mean, when you play stuff like that.
When you play
she knows so long as she was denied.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
Do we even really know what he was trying to say?
Nobody knows. Oh, my gosh. There's got to be a transcript at whitehouse.gov from Juneteenth.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, I got to find this.
Yes, please. Let's read that.
Because we played that multiple times.
There's no way to tell.
I have no idea what he was actually trying to say.
You can't. All sarcasm aside, you cannot tell what this is.
She knows so long as she was denied.
Right? That's not even English. I don't know what the hell that is.
I mean, I guess in context, I don't know.
Speaking in tongues?
I don't remember.
What are you doing?
I didn't watch this entire speech. It's going to come as a surprise. I didn't watch the entire thing.
That does surprise me.
So I don't know the entire context of the speech.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Folks, that's what Juneteenth is all about. This is why I awarded the Medal of Freedom to Miss Opal Lee as well, the grandmother of Juneteenth.
Okay.
This is what's
here it is.
This is what is typed up on whitehouse.gov.
All right.
She knew so long as our history was denied, our freedom can never be secured.
Oh, my.
Whoever's running the show at whitehouse.gov.
They actually tried to type something up out of that.
This has been happening now for about the last 6 months, and they don't care. They're putting this stuff as is and going, I don't care what he was trying to say.
Okay, so tell me what that was again. Just the she knew.
She knew so long as our history was denied, our freedom can never be secured. So play that again.
She knows so long as she was denied.
Well, so they were actually being kind. They were actually being kind with this.
Yeah.
History was not understandable. That wasn't coherent.
She knows so long as she was denied.
History.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. You can't. You just can't make this up. You can't.
He's
fine, though. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's got a lifelong stuttering problem. Other than that, he's sharp as a tack.
Right.
Michael Douglas just said he's sharp as a tack, this guy. Sharp as a tack.
Again, just a reminder, the man is not mentally fit to stand trial, but he is mentally fit to carry around the nuclear codes.
Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
I can't.
Low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody says it better than Joe himself.
She knows so long as she was denied.
Yeah. Right. I mean, don't even try. I don't even want to hear it from you, Jeff Fisher. Not when the president has put it that perfectly. Okay.
I'll stop. Sorry.
American, how do you do it?
Yeah.
How
seriously.
do you do it with this guy?
I mean, we've got the tree of blood libertyizing or whatever.
Seriously, you know what they say? Blood of liberty.
Yeah. And he tried to do that lean in and whisper it thing, and he couldn't even get that right. And then people help him out by laughing.
Laughing and clapping.
Don't encourage him.
Are they using
sheep?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know how big the crowd was. Do they use applause signs for the president now?
Probably like a game show. Yeah. Probably.
I mean,
I can't.
At least some of the staffers are out there maybe going,
listen to that. That was great.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. President, tell us that thing again about she knew no
low. She knows so long as she was denied.
Yeah. Right, you are.
That's my president right there, y'all.
Standing ovation. All right, we got some tweets here. Sons of Thunder, 44. When Jeffy decides to throw his weight around, he makes things happen. I don't know what that was in reference
what's he
to.
saying?
Exactly
You're right, 100%.
Right, yeah. High Plains Stranger, artwork is almost up to par with Hunter's. Oh, yeah, right? And he's selling his for $75,000, $80,000 a pop.
Oh, wow.
That's what they claim, right? For tax purposes.
Yeah, for tax. Well, when you do the math on that thing, it's completely out of whack.
Right.
Supposedly, he sold $1.5 million worth of paintings at that art show he did. He claimed $130,000.
Right. Come on now.
Less than 10%, like
No way.
8% of it.
No way.
Incredible. Fury and Energy. Whatever you guys do, don't use Hunter's art dealer. They take like 60% or something,
no kidding.
apparently. According to
more than that,
Hunter's
really,
tax
right?
filings,
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah. Wes Usury. I have a dollar bill that identifies as a $3,000 bill. Can I buy your drawing? Asking for a friend.
Okay.
Not really.
No.
At least it gets the conversation started.
Yeah, right. The Banana Republic of America looks like Keith is using Technicolor. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. In Technicolor. Julia Haynes, y'all better than any old copyrighted video any day.
Oh,
thank you. That's sweet of you to say. And Florida Cracker Boy, as much as I love Pat and Keith, mornings with Jeffy are just more fun when he's here.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that sweet?
That was so
They're
nice.
just more fun when you're here. Jeffy, did you hear that?
That's
Did
special.
you hear that?
Thank you.
It's
I
not
did.
true,
Thank
but did you hear it?
Wait.
The blood of liberty.
The blood of
is
liberty.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and Instagram. Where else? Oh, is that me? That's me. Yeah, that's sorry. That should be illegal.
Agreed.
I bet you're at CNN.
Agreed.
Somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. It was one of the. I hate the automatic start.
There are a few of these.
And you know what else I hate is when the video follows you down the scroll.
Yes.
Oh, that's so annoying. And you can't click it off.
It didn't used to happen, and now every single
Thank you, Fox
time.
News. The thing that Fox News does is that they have a story, and then they have a little blurb about another story, and you think you're reading this story, and now you're like, wait, what is this?
Yep.
And they're trying to get you to
As a matter of fact, that just happened to me.
And then some pop-up where it doesn't have an X to click out of it, and you can't find.
You gotta wait.
I get away from this!
You gotta wait 20 seconds.
It's just. If I were king of the world, those things would be illegal. They're just too intrusive into our daily lives. Somebody needs to go to prison forever.
I nominate Anthony Fauci.
Okay, yes.
I don't care what he goes to prison for. That's where he belongs.
Okay.
I represent science.
If he's lucky.
Even though he represents science, though? Wasn't there a stronger statement from him that I am science? Or was it just that I made it in I represent science is that declaration? Yeah.
I think we've made it that way.
Okay.
I don't know. I think there was
because
a
it
seems like there was a stronger quote than that.
Because this is labeled Fauci, I am science.
Huh.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, I don't know. We'll look. All right. I have to go over this Biden clip one more time.
Wait, which one? There's so many.
Get over it. I can't. This gun thing, start to finish, is just so outrageous. There is so much here in 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Is this clip 4?
Yeah, it's.
You're going.
I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play the audio. That way we can stop and start at our leisure. Yeah. But listen to this stuff.
What in God's name is the rationale?
Okay, there's the first thing.
Already?
Can we stop with the Lord's name in vain all the time with this guy? Can somebody mention this to him? Doesn't he have spiritual advisors? Isn't he like super Catholic or something? Stop it!
It's supposed to be.
Stop it!
For taking away the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Okay, who wants to take away? Has Trump said he's going to shut down the ATF? I'm sorry, the AFT, the NCAA, the NAIA, the gun thing with the colleges. They don't want guns at college. They want to stop the gun sports in American universities.
Yeah.
I don't know that Trump has said any.
I don't know that he has
3-letter
either.
agency he wants to get rid of, and that's one of the things I wish he would.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of followers that would like to shut down a few of the 3 letters.
Vivek was talking about ending the Department of Education. That's a different thing, though. Mm-hmm. So there's another thing.
So the Department of Education is not the AFT?
No, it's not.
Okay.
School shooting in Iowa that killed a student and a teacher. My predecessor was asked about it.
Okay, here we go.
You remember what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said, have to get over it. Hell no.
Okay, again, that's way out of context and not the tone. He wasn't saying, like, go ahead and let the gun violence happen. We got to get over that. It's going to happen. Let it. That's not what he was saying.
Oh, we don't have to get over it. You got to stop it. You got to stop it and stop it now.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to do that, why haven't you done it then? If it's so easy, if you're that resolute, stop it. Who asked you not to? Stop it then.
We were vice president for 8 years.
And you've been president for almost 4. It's 3.5 years. Stop it then.
According, wrongly, by the way, I believe, but according to the computer in the other room, he still has another couple hundred days.
Ugh, I can't believe that. And by the way, this is at the anti-gun convention of Everytown. Isn't that... Is that Michael Bloomberg's organization?
That might be. The Moms Against... that might be Bloomberg's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everytown. I have to look at that.
The Moms Demand Action is not. Everytown?
No, but
I don't know if it's...
Everytown. That might be.
Yeah.
More children are killed in America by guns than cancer and car accidents combined.
I mean, sort of, but not really. Again, you have to really bend over backwards to try to make that stat work. It has to apply to children up to 19 years old. You start at 1, end at 19. Any other category, like 1 to 17, 1 to 18, none of that works. And why? Well, because more 18 and 19-year-olds commit suicide. And you have to include suicides and accidental gun deaths in that to make it work.
My predecessor told the NRA convention recently, he's proud that, quote, I did nothing on guns when I was president. And by doing nothing, he made the situation considerably worse.
Did he say that, by the way? I'm proud that I did nothing on guns. He probably said I didn't do any gun control, which is good.
Thank you.
He should be proud of that.
Got rid of bump stocks.
He did do that, right?
He did do that.
So,
right.
There was one other
so we're
thing.
safer.
So we're safer. Thank you for that, Jeffy. Yes.
That's why every town, why this summit, why all of you here today are so damn important. We need you. We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the... gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians.
Yeah, because the NRA has been so in our face lately, haven't they?
They sure have.
I don't even know if the NRA even exists anymore. They're so background now. What do you?
Yeah, and
the NRA is not unrelenting,
right? And they never do anything for the individual gun owner. It's more of a larger
collective kind of thing.
And by the way, the quote that I'm finding from Trump telling the NRA in February is, quote, "No one will lay a finger on your firearms if he returns to the White House." Ooh, that's radical.
My gosh. Just the lies.
When they opposed common sense gun legislation. I used to be a law, when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania.
No, you didn't. Please stop saying that. No, you didn't. It's been fact-checked by all the liberal agencies. Everybody has said it's not true. It didn't happen. And he keeps saying it anyway.
Before that, I taught a constitutional law class. And so I taught the Second Amendment.
No, you didn't. God, this is crazy.
There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
And there still is. Yeah, pretty much. Well, you can't own a machine gun because they passed laws on that. So you cannot own an automatic weapon. You can own semi-automatic, but you cannot own an automatic weapon. But that wasn't the case before. During the founding of this nation, you could own pretty much anything.
Couldn't own a cannon.
Yes,
during
you could.
The Civil War.
Yes, specifically, you could. And that lie continues too. How many times has he said that? 100?
I mean, it's
easily,
been a lot.
Easily 100 times.
No, I'm serious. Think about it. How much have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty.
I've never heard that phrase. I have never heard.
I've heard it more this morning than I.
The blood of liberty.
The blood of liberty.
Never once have I heard the blood of liberty. He's so bad.
Wash it, though. Give me a break.
Look, he couldn't even.
Yeah, he couldn't finish.
Not even get.
I mean, it was wrong to begin with.
Yes, and then he made it more wrong, and he had to stop because he had no idea what he's talking about. It's the tree of what was it? Every 20 years or every so often, the tree of liberty has to be watered with the blood of patriots. So he wasn't even close.
And tyrants.
No, I mean it. Seriously.
Seriously.
And by the way, if they want to think to take on government, if we get out of line, which they're talking again about, well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need a rifle.
And who's talking about it again?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody. Until he starts babbling like this, there's lately been no reason to be screaming about, owning guns to protect ourselves from the government. I don't even know who's saying it. Is Donald Trump yelling about it at rallies? I don't know. We haven't played any clips about that. Maybe that's because we were going to get sued, so we just didn't play the clip. Is that what it was? I mean, there is so much there. There are so many lies and so much garbage and misinformation and things that he gets wrong because of his lifelong stuttering problem.
Thank you.
But it's embarrassing.
I got some good news. I know Jeffy is particularly stressed. I think we're all equally stressed about the 222 days left for Joe Biden in office. Mm-hmm. But I've been doing some... Now, this is Keith math, okay? But I've worked it up over here. Election day, it's 146 days until that. That's better, right? 146.
A little better, yeah.
Now, check this out. Early voting begins... this is ridiculous. Tomorrow and
today at 3.
It does.
Careful, you get sued for that.
Yeah.
Remember the meme guy?
Right. It doesn't really.
It was a joke.
That was a joke.
Remember the meme guy?
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
99 days out from some of the earliest voting in the nation.
Wow.
99 days away.
So just slightly over 3 months.
Jeffy, that's better, right? I got you into double digits, man.
No matter what happens, he's still in that stupid office for another
until January
222, 4 hours, 13 minutes, and
you think he'll make it to
seconds.
The end? Jeez. You don't think 25th Amendment? You think
he'll make it to the end?
Will he be alive that long? I mean, at this point, Jimmy Carter might outlive Joe Biden and the way Joe Biden is
Holy cow.
decelerating.
I mean, Jimmy Carter, that guy's never going to die.
His grandson.
Hospice is pissed.
They're pissed.
Hospice is pissed.
Well, we're paying for it, I'm sure.
Look, my first wife, my first wife worked for hospice for a little while at one point in her life. I think you got to be 6 months. 6 months. 6 months is when they let you in.
It's been 16 for Jimmy.
I mean, after
16 months?
After 6 months, I mean, let's go.
Wow. That's a long time in hospice.
Right.
This guy's like a cockroach. He will not.
He's still got a lot to do. Got a lot to accomplish.
Yes. Right.
You know?
I mean, you think someone at hospice would go, okay.
So his grandson
says he's not awake
every couple of weeks.
Day.
I don't know why he feels compelled to tell us about if I were in Jimmy Carter's position, I wouldn't want like these updates about
I know
coming out. But now he's saying the grandson Jason Carter is saying that there's some days he just sleeps through the whole day.
Well, yeah, he's in hospice
and he's 99.
If he makes it to October 1st, that's when he turns 100.
Wow. So his grandson, Jason Carter, said Jimmy's life isn't how it once was. Really? Really?
Wow, thanks for that.
It's not the same as it was in 76? Weird. Huh. I didn't see that coming. But the former president's loved ones haven't stopped spending time with him. In an exclusive conversation,
that's great.
Jason opened up about the Carter family's experience caring for him 16 months, as Keith just said, into hospice care, and why the one-time commander-in-chief chose Plains, Georgia to spend his final days. Well, he's from Georgia.
He's from there. That's his. What are we talking about?
That's not really a mystery.
There's an in-depth article you got in your hands.
No kidding.
What was he supposed to? Put me in a submarine.
I always wanted to go to Detroit to die. Okay.
Jason, 48, said Jimmy is no longer awake every day at this point. And when the 39th president's 4 children make their frequent visits, they can't predict the state their dad will be in.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you need this stuff public?
It's sad. We know. Yeah, we know that. We know that.
I don't care if you're the former president or some,
little privacy, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he know that his grandson is running off to the press every 2 weeks to give us these updates?
I doubt it.
My grandfather is really struggling, and we all love him, and we're
there for him.
And the family's not going to comment anymore until we see it at his funeral.
We appreciate your, respecting our privacy, that kind of thing. Would be very appropriate.
Look, he's already pissed off hospice. We don't need to talk to you anymore, okay?
We're paying for his hospice care. They love the checks rolling in over at the hospice place.
Wow, they've got a really old picture of Jimmy and Rosalind. Look at them in their youth. Can you get a shot of that?
She's
pretty.
That's before he was president.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
that's probably before he was governor.
That's a handsome couple right there.
What does it say at the bottom?
Dang.
She looks bitchy as usual, though.
No, she looks great. Rosalind and Jimmy Carter in front of their Plains, Georgia home in 1965.
Oh, wait. So they were in Plains, Georgia.
Yeah. Why would he go back there?
Now we understand the point of them taking him back there.
That's a great artist rendering. Whoever drew that.
That is a great artist rendering. Thank you.
Isn't it? Yeah, I just whipped that up for you.
Yeah, dude. You're getting a lot better from an hour ago.
Was it really? Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. That's better than this?
Oh, now we're going to have a contest. My artist rendering is better.
No. I just want to know because we got to get used to doing things this way. That's Jimmy and Rosalind.
There you go.
Right there. Okay. That was 65. This is 68.
What about the house in the background? You don't.
That was 68. The house went away.
That one burned.
That's why he started building houses. Because it's 68. The house
there you
went
go.
away.
Thank you.
Nice.
There's
Chris.
Isn't that
there it is. Okay.
You see the roof back there? They're kind of blocking it.
It looks a little different than my rendering.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
I don't want to disparage yours.
We're artists. We have different ways of interpreting what we see.
That is true.
Let me take a minute to tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. I'm selling my home right now. In fact, our realtor from realestateagentsitrust.com just put up she didn't put up the sign, but she had the sign put up in her front yard that says "Coming soon." So
nice.
It's happening soon.
Oh.
And we got the great advice from her because we were planning like a major renovation and we're going to spend every last penny we had to try to make the difference. And she's like, no, don't do that. Do this and this and this, and then let's sell it. Okay. which is what we're doing. And that's the kind of great advice you will get from your Real Estate Agents I Trust agent. We just put you together with the agent. That's a free service provided to you. And then the two of you ride off in the sunset together. It'll be great. So go to realestateagentsitrust.com. The name really says it all. These are agents you can trust, agents you're going to have a lot in common with because they're usually fans of the show. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
You know, the one thing I will say that's really good about America right now is our border. Our border is secure. And that just makes me feel, warm and safe inside.
Wow.
They're making a big deal out of the 8 people from Tajikistan with possible ISIS ties or that were just arrested. But it's not like it was 80 or 8,000.
Thank you.
It was 8. Only 8 people with ties to ISIS.
The border is dynamic.
Dynamic?
That guy.
Uh-huh. So the arrests of the 8 potential terrorists took place in New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. The individuals who entered the country through the southern border, the one that's secure
and
dynamic, are being held on immigration violations. The nature of their suspected connections to the ISIS group wasn't immediately clear, but the individuals were being tracked by the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
All right, good.
But you're right, though. The border is totally secure. You know, the border there at Boston's Logan International Airport. Have you seen? Look at there. Look how secure that border is.
Look at that.
Hey, I got to get to my flight. Don't trip over the cots and, all of their personal belongings from illegals there.
Logan International Airport is now the home to hundreds of illegal aliens that are just living there now.
Yeah.
The border is dynamic.
Exactly. And thank goodness for it.
I mean,
wouldn't have it any other way.
They're out talking about how the numbers have decreased at the border, but they've decreased because they're flying them in.
Well, yeah.
Now.
In part, yeah. It's also summer. It's really a tough time to cross the Texas border when it's 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, then I want the heat dome to continue.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So you say they're flying them in now? I think we have a clip of what you're referring to, right? The Mayorkas one, or no?
Oh.
No.
Oh, we don't have that. I'm sorry.
We can't do the Mayorkas?
No.
Will we get sued for it?
No,
Okay.
Jeffy.
We don't have an artist rendering.
Do we
of that.
have Do we have a cue ball that we could hold up to the screen? That would be a likeness of Alejandro Mayorkas, and we could just,
Apparently, we don't have one
No, we don't.
at this juncture.
I see. We need to get puppets in here, I think, Chris.
How about it, Chris?
You like? See,
Work
that's the
on
thing.
that.
Chris and puppets. That's a creepy thing going on there. He got a hold of Glenn's puppets, and he's been. Did they hide them from you, Chris?
Does Glenn know you have his puppets?
No, they took them all
moved
away.
Yeah, they took them away.
Yeah, they took them away.
They had
Really?
him out here. Yeah, they had him out here in the atrium.
I had them in here. I had 2 of them in here, and then they disappeared. So
All right.
For your own good.
Hey, did you? Apparently, the debates are sneaking right up on us.
Yeah.
And after this European trip that Biden is on now, the big plan is to come back here and really get intensive in practicing for the debates, because the Biden team think that this is their big chance to show Donald Trump unfiltered. Can you believe how naive, how ridiculous that belief is, when it is going to be he that is exposed again to everybody watching?
I can't believe they're
how he
going
can't
through with
handle
it.
this.
I cannot believe
I know,
they're
I
going
can't
through
either.
with it.
They keep saying, well, we hope that he's going to show the same kind of vigor and liveliness that he did during the State of the Union address. First of all, the State of the Union address was not that good. Secondly, he can only do that once in a while. What makes you think he's going to be good on his feet like this?
Right.
In a debate. I'm glad they think that way, because I really believe he's going to be completely exposed and people are going to be like, whoa.
I mean, I hope so.
Wait a minute.
She knows so long as she was denied.
I mean, we're going to get that kind of thing.
That's good stuff.
Or we're just going to get him
frozen.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things about this upcoming debate. So I know one of the stipulations is that they cut off the mic of the person who isn't answering the question.
Yes.
So that will actually eliminate any unforced errors by Donald Trump in talking over a Joe Biden while Joe Biden is, digging his hole deeper. So that actually benefits Trump, I think.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that it's so early and he's put on display for the nation in prime time like this, especially up against someone he's competing directly against for the presidency, I think this gives them I'm still saying, man, he's not on the ballot in November. Does this not give them time to have them go, you know what, we still have a chance to put somebody else on the ballot. It's only June 27th.
I mean, they would have time. I don't think that's going to happen, though. He wants it too bad.
222 days.
Yeah, they're literally going to have to drag him out of the White House.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to run someone else, because that would have already happened, right? I mean, he believes that he can still do it. Yeah.
Saturday Night Live did a bit in early '93 of the Bushes moving out and the Clintons moving in, and Barbara Bush, grabbing a hold of everything and wouldn't. That's Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden will not. She will be the one that you have to drag out of there more than Joe. Joe doesn't even know where he is.
Yeah, she loves the power position.
There's no doubt about that.
You can absolutely tell. You can see that. We didn't get to this Kevin Spacey thing, and I don't think we have time now, but maybe on overtime. Kevin Spacey was on with Piers Morgan last night, and it
was fascinating.
It was a little sad.
Is it confirmed, though, that we're going to do an overtime today? Did they get the gerbil? Gerbil is replaced?
Gerbil is replaced.
Because so just everyone know, there was not an overtime yesterday because...
Right. We had some technical issues.
Gerbil died.
The gerbil died.
When are we doing the funeral for the gerbil?
So sad. So sad.
Right after Carter.
Oh, wow. No, honey. No. Too soon. The man is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Too soon. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we do fully believe at this juncture we will have an overtime today.
Yes.
So we'll see you then. And then, of course, please join us again tomorrow for more Pat Gray Unleashed. See you then.
Ouch. This is Pat Gray Unleashed.